Today we will talk about how to use one mooring line as two mooring lines. Now, if your ship is short of mooring lines and you want to use two mooring lines, or you don't have an extra mooring line, so one way to do it is this is the wharf, this is the ship. Let's say forward breast line. So what you can do is you pass the mooring line, and the shore crew will make a loop around the bollard and pass it back. This part of the mooring line you can make first on the bollard on the ship, and this part of the mooring line you can heave in the with the warping drum. So now this is one way to double up your mooring line. Now if you have another ship, for example, which has two proper mooring lines, so which is a better option, this one or this one? The answer is this is a better option. Why? Because in case one mooring line parts, you still have one mooring line which is attached to the ship. Here if the mooring line parts, both the parts are lost. Next topic we will discuss is which tanks to ballast when the air temperature is sub-zero. If air temperature is less than 0 degrees. Now if this is the ship, starboard side, port side, main deck, and this is your top side tank, and this is your water line. Now suppose the air temperature is -10. So this is the top side tank. Now if you take ballast here, this part of the ship side is exposed to -10. So this temperature is transferred to the water, and it might become ice. So what is the problem if this becomes ice? Firstly, it will expand, and once it expands, it might cause structural damage to the tank because of the expansion. Second problem is because when ice from salt water, when it converts to ice, it always expands. Second problem is you will not be able to deballast, and therefore you will load less cargo. Now if you have double bottom tanks here, this is safe to ballast because the sea temperature is normally always in plus. Let's say in this case it is +2, and ice will form only when it is -4. So safe to ballast DB tanks, topside tanks, no. Cargo hold. Now if you have a cargo hold which is like topside tank, and this is the cargo hold. Cargo holds are safe to ballast because you will have water here, and this part of the water is exposed to +2 degrees, and this part of the water is exposed to, let's say, -10, but it's a small area, and again this part of the water is sheltered by the topside tank, and this is a small area. Unless this water becomes cold, then it will sink, this warm water will come up, and this whole hatch to get icing will be very difficult. So cargo holds also you can take ballast, DBs and cargo holds. Topside tanks, no ballast.